We all know why I'm here today. I may or may not have a problem. And when I say may not, I mean I absolutely have an addiction to buying books. There, I said it. I know it's me, but to be fair, Barnes & Noble has no business with being so cozy, with being so nice. The staff is always so nice. There's a Starbucks there. Like, of course I want to go to Starbucks and buy books at the same time. Is it really my fault that I'm addicted to that place? I don't think so. Regardless though, my physical TBR list is over 100 books. And whether it's their fault or mine, something's gotta change. So after instilling a book buying ban in the last vlog, I think now it's time to actually get through these books. I do plan on doing 24-hour reading book vlogs soon, but before I put myself through the physical agony, I thought let's find other creative ways to get through the books. You know what I'm saying? So today we're gonna wrap 15 books, and I'll pick 5 of the books that I'm gonna read in April, and I think it's gonna be really fun. I've seen this trend all over TikTok, I've seen it all over YouTube. I just never got around to doing it. I think it's honestly pretty old now. I think they've been doing it for like 2 years, but better late than never, I always say. So come on kids, let's head on over, see what we have as options. Also, let's just clear the elephant in the room, okay? Yes, I straightened my hair for the first time in 3 years. Yes, I look like Beyonce.
That is not correct.
But I don't really like that you guys are taking pictures of me while I'm talking. I still want you to treat me like the same friend you've always treated me like. Just because I'm beautiful now doesn't mean you can treat me any differently. I'm still the same person, guys. I don't want to be treated like a celebrity. You don't have to take pictures of me. If you want to see me more, just like and subscribe. Okay, let's get back to the books. Stop taking pictures. Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay, so this is what I was thinking about when trying to figure out how to tackle this. There's so many different types of books that I have currently, and there's a lot of different genres that I want to read, but I just don't know where to start. So I thought about breaking down the books into 3 different categories. So number 1, I like to call this pile Interessante, because these are books that I'm really interested in and books that I really wanted to read. I've just never gotten around to actually reading them. So the first one up is Black Cake. I've honestly heard so many good things about this book. I just never got around to it. And honestly, it's not like any book that I've ever read before, so I'm very, very curious. The next runner-up is Malibu Rising by my favorite Taylor Jenkins Reid. I just love that she has such crazy versatility. Like, she can honestly talk about anything. She's such a great storyteller, and I know any book of hers is gonna be good, so I wanna read this. After that, I have Hail Mary. I picked this up because of Jack Edwards. He had really great reviews on this, and I thought, why the heck not? We usually have really similar reading tastes, so I feel like this is gonna be good. The next one up is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I picked this out honestly because the cover is kind of fire. The cover's really cool. The story sounds interesting. I don't read many mystery books, so I thought, why the heck not? Then the last one is by Madeline Miller. She's the same person who wrote, what is it called? It's the book that I always talk about. Song of Achilles. She's the same person who wrote Song of Achilles, and that book literally broke me. It was so good and just devastating, and I'm just ready to get hurt again, so I thought, why not? Then next up is a category I like to call the hopeless romantic. These are all 5 books that I picked off my shelf that are all about romance. I'm pretty excited about this pile. Number 1, To All the Boys I've Loved Before. Now, I've mentioned this before. I watched all the movies on Netflix. I absolutely loved all the movies, and I'm just the type of person who knows that the book is usually better than the movies. And if the movies are amazing, this gots to be good, okay? So I picked that one out. Then I also picked Love and Gelato. I picked this up months ago, and I've been meaning to read it. I just have not gotten around to it, and I really want to finally sit down and read it, so I hope I get this one. Then next up, I got Daisy Jones and the Six, again by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I've heard really great things about it. I know they made a movie on it, and it's just been on my list forever. I really want to get to this. Then of course, Book Lovers. This has been on my shelf for a few weeks too. Honestly, all of these books have been here for a minute. I just need to get around to them. But nonetheless, I've heard really great things about it, and I do want to read it. Last but not least is 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. These are 2 black main characters. They're both writers, and they met when they were younger, and now they're coming together and they meet again for a week, and it just sounds so interesting. It sounds really cute, really passionate, so I'm ready to read this. Next up is my final pile. This is a pile I like to call my thinkers, my thought pieces, because these are books that I assume are going to make me think differently about society, or just make me think differently in general, like help me grow as a person. So honestly, these books are the ones that I'm most excited about, but let's see. The first one is Lord of the Flies. Now, this is a classic. Everyone either says you hate it or you love it, and I'm excited to see where I'm at on that spectrum. So that's why that's here. Next up is Girl by Camille Lawrence. Now, this book is supposed to be about women in society, the injustices that we face, and like how to grow and move towards them or past them. And I don't know, it just sounds really interesting. It sounds like a book that's going to make me think about society differently, or at least have a better understanding of the complexities of society. So I am excited about that one. After that, it's A Lesson Before Dying by Ernest Gaines. I did look more into this. This is a Black author, and it just sounds really, really interesting. It's about this guy who gets falsely accused of a murder, and he's just fighting for his life, and it just sounds like such a different book than what I usually read. So I hope I get this one. Now, next up is 1984 by George Orwell. I recently just finished Animal Farm by him, and everyone said that if you finished that and you liked it, to read 1984. So I really, really want to read this. It was honestly so intriguing to think about how he wrote that and the time that he wrote it, and I just want to read more books like that. So I really, really hope I get this book. Then last but not least is Parable of the Sower. I honestly put this in this pile because one of the reviews by John Green, another author that I love, he said that if you liked 1984, you gotta read this. So I honestly want to get 1984 and this, but obviously if I don't, I'll just read it when I'm done with my April TBR. So these are all the books that I can potentially be reading in April, and I think we have a pretty solid pile. Now, the only thing that's left to do is to wrap these. But in actuality, I am not going to wrap these, and I have two really good reasons why. First off, it's because I'm not going to waste all that paper. It's really bad for the environment. And second reason is because I am terribly lazy. In this video, it would only take about 15 seconds. I'd put some nice music in the background, and you'd have a good time. But in reality, it would take me about an hour to wrap all these books, and I don't want to do that. So we're gonna pretend like it's because I want to save the rainforest and not because I'm terribly lazy. Either way, I'm gonna use some sticky notes, put them in the inside of each book, and then put the other sticky notes, okay, in a jar, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to mix them up first. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, let's start. I don't want to brag, but my brain cells really snapped on this. Not only do I not have to wrap these books, but they're still a mystery without any problems. Perfect timing. What was that? 13, this is 14. 14. We're on the last one. Can you, I swear, they were doing so well before I started talking, and now they want to embarrass me in front of you. All right, last one, number 15, or should I say, did you go? Now it's time for the jar. Uno momento. Chotomate kudasai. Let's do green. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited now. I feel like I've just entered a game show. I'm the host and the player. Does it get better than this? We're almost done. We're gonna pick the books I'm gonna read in April. Gonna pick the books I'm gonna read in April. Gonna pick the books I'm gonna read in April. April. Once I start singing, there's really no stopping it. You just gotta see it through. Gonna pick the books. Gonna pick the books, I'm gonna read in April. Gonna pick the books, I'm gonna read in April. Gonna pick the books. Gonna pick the books. Ladies and gentlemen, for the moment we have been waiting for. For the moment we've been waiting for. For the moment we've been waiting for. Let's pick my April reads. I'm so freaking excited. The first one, ooh, I thought this was 12 at first, but it's actually 13. And 13 is, ooh, 13 is Hail Mary. I honestly wanted this one. This is about an astronaut who's the sole survivor of like some crash, and he's the only person who can save the Earth and the world, but he doesn't remember his name, he doesn't remember anything, and it just follows him through that story. So very excited about this one. I'm glad I got that one. Let's go back into the jar. Next up will be number 15. We're getting big numbers here. What was 15? A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Nothing like a little murder mystery and saving the world combo. I like it already. Let's go back. I want a smaller number this time. You ask and you shall receive. This is, come on, stop embarrassing me. Number 6. Number 6 is Lord of the Flies. Honestly, I'm happy I'm getting to this. I really want to see if I like it or not. We have a very interesting mashup so far for April. It's gonna be a pretty serious reading month so far. I want at least one romance, like come on. All right, this is number 4. 11. All right, I don't wanna know. Please be a romance. What is number 11? Parable of the Sower. I did wanna read it. We have all serious books so far. I want at least one cutesy book. The last one for April is number 10. And number 10 is Black Cake. It's fine. So basically, for the entire month of April, I'll be reading nothing but serious books. Project Hail Mary, A Lost Astronaut, Lord of the Flies, Lord knows what's in it. I'm sorry, I had to. I'm sorry, please still like and subscribe. Next up, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, so a murder mystery. Then Parable of the Sower. I am kind of mad that I got this because I wanted to read 1984 first. Can I go back, please? We'll talk about this in a second. And then Black Cake, which is a serious book too, so hear me out, guys. I want to read Parable of the Sower. I do, you know I do. But I want to read 1984 first. And I know you guys care about my well-being. So, is it okay if I go back into the jar and replace this book?
Nope.
Thank you. Let's try it one more time. One more time. Number 2. Number 2 is Girl. All right, I'll take it. We don't got one gosh darn mother freaking romance book in this entire pile. What is up with that? I won't complain. You guys already let me cheat once. Regardless, I am happy to read all of these. I think I'm most excited about Project Hail Mary. Then next up would be Lord of the Flies and then Black Cake. The other two, not really interested in reading, but hopefully they're good and they make me want to read them. I honestly have no idea what order I'm going to read these in, but regardless, I am really excited that at least the hard part of April book picking is over and I can just decide how I'm going to read these. If you guys do want a book vlog for April, just let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Last picture. Okay, bye.